Okay, this is a video on mods that I have on the CBR1000RR Fireblade 2017 model. Let's make this a quick video. People ask me where I get my things from, so let's wrap it up. We have rim tape. Rim tape's a fairly common item which you can buy in any motorcycle store. It's just reflective rim tape. They give you a roll of it and you apply it to the rims, it sticks on. That's the end of that. We have an RNG radiator guard, which is the top layer, and this second one is the downpipe grill guard. So that covers up the exhaust pipe, the exhaust headers, and you can't really see in this vid, but it's not exactly 100% flat. There's a little bump, so don't be afraid if you get one and it's got a bump in it. That's for exhaust pipe clearance. One of the headers sticks out a little bit. You can partially see it in this video, and there's a little bump there on the grill as well to clear it, so there's no like kind of vibrations against it. I will note that this mod has a bolt that goes there, and it's crap. I used a zip tie, and I recommend a zip tie. It's going to be much better. So I did that to really black out the front end. So from a distance there, that's what it looks like. Looks very swanky, very suave. So moving along, we've got the RNG frame sliders. It comes with this bit here. You can see there it says RNG on it. And this is a non-drill kit, so it completely replaces the OEM fairing. This was fairly straightforward to do. You need a torque wrench to do it. You need to take all the fairings off. That's not so straightforward, but once you get the hang of it, it is. The little trick here is there's a bolt there. That was kind of difficult. You need a kind of a ball point Allen key to get the right angle to tighten that. A straight Allen key will not get in there, or as you Americans call them, hex keys. It has to have like a ball on the end, so you can get the angle to tighten that up. So I have the frame sliders. They stick out about that far, and it's really just to protect the whole fairing in the case of a light drop. I've also got the RNG case covers, the racing edition. So they have these little pucks that stick out just a little bit more, just to protect the bike even more. And two reasons why I got that is because this color here doesn't look good on a black bike. I just wanted to black it all out, so I blacked out good 90 or 85% of that with this case cover. So it's cosmetic as well as protective, so that was pretty cool. And I got obviously the same mods on the other side. There's the other slider, and the other left hand side cover covers it completely, so it's all blacked out. So more black, and that does a really good job. Another thing I've got is where you can't see it, but inside here I've taken out the servo X-up valve motor and put in a servo eliminator, so that sits underneath the seat. And the reason why I got that is because I got a slip-on exhaust. This is a Graves Racing slip-on exhaust, titanium, very nice sounding, not too overstated, so it kind of looks like stock but isn't. And so that is just to remove attention from the police. They kind of take a second look at it, think it's stock, and move on. Don't try and stop me for illegal mods. It's like that out here in Sydney, Australia. I had to get this from eBay. This is like a carbon heat shield cover for the exhaust pipe, and it just kind of bolts on like that. And that is just to stop you burning your trousers, your shoes. It starts burning things, and that stuff starts getting burnt into the pipe, so it's hard to clean and your clothes are ruined. So a heat guard is absolutely necessary because these things get stupid hot. So that's the exhaust done. I've covered this up so you can't really see it quite well, but it's a tail tidy, and it's from Mustard Bikes. And underneath there you can see the M for the Mustard Bikes, and it kind of neatly packs away the wiring. I've basically gaffer taped on a reflector so that when the bike's parked up at night, there's some reflection, stop people driving into it, because it is a black bike, so it could be tricky at night. But yeah, it holds the indicators quite nicely. It's a nice fit, and so there you go. That's a tail tidy. That's what the exhaust pipe looks like from behind. So it's not actually that beefy, but from the side and front, you know, it can be mistaken as a stock pipe. So the shape of it is misleading, which is exactly what I want to be. I want to be misleading. I want to run a illegal exhaust pipe, but not be spotted for it. I've got these tank grips here. So I just bought a nice square sheet. I used paper templates to measure out the parts that I wanted to grip. And then I measured twice, cut once, and stuck them on. So that's not really anything CBR specific. You just buy a sheet of grip tape, cut it out, stick it on. So you can be really flashy with your design if you want. In terms of future mods, some black rear sets, I think, or maybe carbon fiber heel guards. You can see here that the aluminium is super soft, super thin, and just a plastic boot will do this kind of irreversible damage to it. It just looks naff. Would be better if these were blacked out. Or so I'm either gonna just smack on black rear sets, or I'm just gonna black these out. You can get carbon fiber covers for these that just bolt on, go over the top of them, so you kind of keep the stock one, but you black them out using just some carbon fiber covers. Thinking about getting a larger rear hugger that extends further out. This hugger is fairly ineffective. Shit always kind of, it's just a really shit rear hugger. If it rains, you'll realize how shit that rear hugger really is. It doesn't protect anything really. It's there, looks okay, but is shit. So practicality wise, for wet weather, that rear hugger's shit, and I would seriously recommend you remove it. Tyres, I like the S21s, might try Russo 3s next. Tyres is a whole big massive topic, so I'm going to stay away from that one. I won't mind raising the handlebars. Everything is very tight in here, and you know, you can't drop the levers, you can't drop them down, and you can't have the handlebars pushed forward because there's just not enough space to do that. And if you drop the lever down, it kind of starts hitting against, you know, your fingers are hitting the fairing, not, you know, when you're pulling in. So Woodcraft do a modification which allows you to have adjustable clip-ons. These clip-ons are very minutely adjustable, but underneath there they actually have these little hooks, and those hooks don't allow you to move them in or out very far. So yeah, maybe some adjustable levers, shorter ones, or I don't know, medium length ones. I don't like the short ones. Medium length levers, black ones, but at the end of the day I never have problems with OEM levers really. It's just the angle of them, how they have to sit to be comfortable. So the Woodcraft set is pretty expensive. So they're really the last things I want to do to this bike. Because what else would you need to do to it? I've got, I'd probably recommend the Oggy axle sliders, or the R&G axle sliders. And for the rear as well, I've got the little spools, the cotton reels for the rear stand. Just standard ones. I just asked my mechanic to go into his toolbox, find some, put some on, and he did. So they're not anything special, don't even know what they are. So that's it. That's the bike and all the mods. Thanks for watching.